So here we go. I was 19. I was running track at one college, transferred, went to another school, got to this school, met this chick. We started off as friends, and I didn't really look at her like that. But the more I hung around her, I noticed, man, she had like a nice body and the type of clothes she would wear. So boom, I fell in lust. Boom, we started having sex, unprotected. She ended up getting pregnant. I'm young, she's young, we freaking out, and we start discussing our options or whatever, right? And I still remember the day, man. We were just discussing the options. She was crying, blah, blah, blah. So we ended up deciding that we were going to do an abortion. She was 6 weeks. She caught it very early. 6 weeks, boom. We called up some clinics. We set up a appointment. We went to one clinic. Come to find out, it was like a Christian clinic. So basically they were against abortions, but I guess when young people come in there, they were basically trying to talk them out of it. So we got in there, and I remember there was this one specific guy. He was just like, yeah, bro, there's other options, blah, blah, blah. Y'all be great parents. You know, we got support groups, blah. We left. We like, okay, that wasn't what we were trying to do. So we call around, and then boom, we find another clinic. And long story short, everything went through. We driving in a car going to this clinic. We get to this clinic, and there's people outside of this abortion clinic holding babies in their hand and signs in their hand like, don't do it, don't do it. I get out the car. I made eye contact with a lady who was holding a baby. I looked at her, and I put my head down, and I proceeded to go inside. The girl I was with, she already went inside. We get in there. We was there for about 3 hours. Boom, we come back out. The same people who were telling us not to do it, standing outside, were looking at us like. And I just put my head down, got in the car. She was crying. We drive, and I'm like, yo, it's gonna be okay. She's just like, I can't believe I did it. And at this time, I'm 19, and I'm like, I'm confused. I'm like, did this really just happen? Like, I was just really just in shock. I'm like, oh my gosh, it was just overwhelming, right? So, boom, it happened. After that, a couple weeks later, the guy that I seen at that Christian clinic, he seen me and was like, yo, what's up? How you been? Now I'm nervous. I'm like, man, he about to ask me about the situation, but he never did. He never did. He never did. I was so embarrassed because I was like, man, he's going to find out that I did it. And at that age, I realized sex is nothing to play with. I was 19, just naive and dumb, and I didn't have self-control. I fell in lust with this woman's body. Fell in lust with her body, and it just took over me. I was blinded. We weren't even good for each other. We used to fight a lot. It was drama, all because I fell in lust with this woman's body, and I was addicted to her physically, and she was addicted to me physically. Sex ain't nothing to play with, man.